Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, I'm Kyle Wood, and today we're going to be learning all about artificial intelligence, or AI. But before we get into the facts, let's warm up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell fact from fiction. Consider this. We usually think of chatting with a computer as a brand new invention from the last few years, but what if I told you the very first chatbot was actually created all the way back in the 1960s? That would mean a computer was holding conversations before the internet even existed and long before the creators of ChatGPT were even born. What do you think? Were scientists really carrying on conversations with computers over 60 years ago? We'll find out at the end of the episode. Now for your word of the day. Our word for today is algorithm. That's ALGORITHM. While the word algorithm is thrown around a lot today as a high-tech, modern-sounding buzzword, the concept is actually centuries old. At its simplest, an algorithm is just a step-by-step set of operations or instructions to be followed in order to solve a specific problem or complete a task. You use algorithms every single day without even realizing it, like when you follow a recipe to bake cookies, or the specific steps you take to tie your shoes. The term algorithm was derived from the name of a 9th century Persian mathematician named Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi. When his influential books on mathematics were translated into Latin, his name was turned into algorithmi. Over time, that name evolved into algorithm, the word we use today to describe the mathematical recipes that tell AI exactly how to process information and make decisions. Time for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about AI. Number 1. An AI system once discovered a powerful new antibiotic by dreaming up chemical combinations humans had never tried. MIT researchers used a deep learning model to scan over 100 million chemical compounds in just a few days to find one that could kill superbacteria. The AI identified a molecule they named Halicin after the AI from 2001: A Space Odyssey. This molecule works entirely differently than any antibiotic we currently have, which is really important because many bacteria are becoming resistant to our old medicines. The AI didn't just look for what humans told it to, it looked for patterns in how molecules interact with bacteria that are just way too complex for the human eye to see. This discovery has the potential to save millions of lives by speeding up the time it takes to create new life-saving drugs. Number 2. AI can now see well enough to help save endangered species from thousands of miles away. Conservationists are using AI-powered cameras and satellite imagery to track animals like elephants and snow leopards in the wild. In the past, humans had to look through thousands of photos manually, which could take months. Now, an algorithm can scan those same images in seconds, identifying individual animals by their unique patterns, like a zebra's stripes or a whale's tail, to help scientists protect them from poachers. This technology doesn't just count animals, it helps predict where they might go next. By analyzing weather patterns, water sources, and historical movements, AI helps rangers stay one step ahead. It's a beautiful example of how high-tech tools can be used to preserve the natural world and ensure that our planet's most majestic creatures have a safe place to live for generations to come. Number 3. Researchers have used AI to decode the language of sperm whales and understand their social lives. Scientists have discovered that sperm whales communicate using sequences of clicks called codas, which act like a Morse code for the deep sea. By using AI to analyze thousands of hours of underwater recordings, researchers have found that these clicks have distinct dialects and accents depending on which family group the whale belongs to. The AI can sort through the data much faster than a human, spotting patterns that reveal how whales introduce themselves. This project hopes to eventually translate these clicks into something humans can understand. And it doesn't stop in the deep sea. AI is also being used to decode the ultrasonic giggles of rats and the complex honeybee waggle dance to see if we can finally have a sort of two-way conversation with the animal kingdom. Number 4. AI is currently being used to finish famous pieces of music left incomplete by legendary composers. In 2021, a team of musicologists and computer scientists used AI to complete Ludwig van Beethoven's unfinished 10th Symphony. The team fed the AI all of Beethoven's completed works and his handwritten notes for the 10th. The algorithm learned his specific style, his favorite patterns, and how he transitioned between musical themes to predict how he might have finished the masterpiece if he had lived a bit longer. The result was a full symphony performed by an orchestra sounding remarkably like the work of Beethoven himself. While some people argue that a machine can never replace the human soul, others see it as a wonderful opportunity for history to come alive using today's tools. And our fifth and final fun fact for today: AI has actually been able to teach itself to behave in surprising ways and find shortcuts that human programmers never even imagined. One of the most fascinating things about modern AI is its ability to develop what scientists call emergent behavior, which happens when a system starts doing things it wasn't specifically programmed to do. In a famous experiment at OpenAI, digital agents were put into a virtual game of hide and seek. Instead of just hiding, the AI discovered a glitch in the physics of their world that allowed them to surf on boxes and glide through the air to reach spots the programmers thought were impossible to get to. In another case, an AI called AlphaDev was asked to optimize the way computers sort through lists of numbers. The AI looked at the raw machine code and discovered a brand new shortcut that saved a tiny fraction of a second. May not sound like much, but that discovery was so clever and effective, it's now been added to standard libraries used by programmers all over the world. The funniest, though, was when researchers tried to teach a virtual robot to walk as fast as possible by rewarding it for moving its head forward. Instead of learning to run, the AI designed a robot that grew as tall as possible and then simply fell over. Because falling forward moved the head a great distance very quickly, the AI reasoned it had found the most efficient way to win the game without ever taking a single step. While it's not the route I would have gone, that's kind of the point. AI doesn't think like a human. It searches through millions of possibilities to find the path of least resistance. Whether it's finding a new mathematical shortcut or cheating at a game of tag, AI always finds the cracks in the logic of its environment to reach its goal. This unpredictability is exactly what makes AI both a challenge for engineers and a source of incredible new discoveries in science and even the arts. Now for some news you can use. Here's a great tip for students and any other lifelong learners. Use AI as a Socratic tutor rather than just a homework machine. Instead of asking an AI to just give you the answer to a math problem or write an essay for you, try asking it to explain this concept like I'm 5, or give me 3 hints to solve this problem without telling me the answer. This engages your brain, keeping you active in the learning process. When AI explains a complex topic like photosynthesis in simple terms, it helps you build a mental framework for the information. By asking for hints instead of answers, you're still doing the heavy lifting of thinking, which strengthens your memory and helps you actually master the skill. It can even work beautifully for creative tasks. Try snapping a picture of a painting or drawing you're working on and asking for constructive feedback. The AI can actually give you helpful insights. Just be sure to tell it your goal, whether you're striving for accuracy in photorealistic representation or trying to make a piece more emotionally resonant. This brings me to another tip about prompt engineering. The most important rule is to communicate with clarity and precision. Instead of saying, write about dogs, say, write a 3-paragraph description of the history of golden retrievers for a 5th grade audience. The more context you provide, the better the algorithm to tailor its response to your specific needs. And finally, try step-by-step verification to ensure you're getting reliable information. Tell the AI, before you give me the final answer, explain your reasoning and check for any contradictions in your logic. This is known as chain of thought prompting, and it forces the AI to slow down and look at each piece of data individually. It's like asking a friend to double check a work before turning it in. It catches mistakes early and keeps the information grounded in reality. Finally, the moment you've been waiting for. At the beginning of the episode, I asked, was the first chatbot really created in the 1960s? Believe it or not, that's a fact. In 1966, a computer scientist named Joseph Weizenbaum at MIT created a program called ELIZA. It was designed to mimic a therapist using a very clever trick. It would take the words you typed and turn them back into a question. If you said, I'm feeling sad today, ELIZA would respond, why do you say you're feeling sad today? Even though ELIZA was incredibly simple compared to today's technology, people in the 1960s were rightfully amazed by it. Some people even spent hours talking to the computer, sharing their secrets and feelings as if it were a real person. Just goes to show that AI doesn't always need to be super intelligent to connect with humans. It just needs to know how to listen and respond appropriately. Now, I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about AI with me today, and be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.